State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona Cardinals taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his second season now from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver? Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go.
To throw again. Murray got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for our Cardinals.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
By Clay Matthews.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 42. 12 yards there and a first down.
42-yard line.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack on first down, Murray, throw right side, complete to Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now we see Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State Buckeye, in his second year in the National Football League, ready to lead this Washington offense.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week one. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in week 2. That's what he's told his teammates.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Incomplete. Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
They go play action now. Haskins eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. Now Haskins. He'll drop this down to Peterson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Trey Quinn, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, flip, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll set up to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. On the pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd down now. It's Peterson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trey Quinn that time, but it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in and knock it away. The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Rolling to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Dwayne Haskins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle for loss goes to Matthew Ioannidis. Really nice play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cardinals, nothing.
Second and 14. Operating from the gun. Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25.
That's a gain of...
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray, and able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona first down.
Nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56, the mock boys, 56, check 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Being chased out left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40.
Kyler Murray. That's good.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Ryan Kerrigan, the one who stepped in to make that play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Adrian Peterson heading back out with his Washington teammates. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They run again on 1st down. Peterson. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The kick.
And he's got it up and through. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return for Erickson out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first rate. Williams loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Murray's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start the drive with Peterson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Gain of 19 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pads?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, to power his way forward.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Murray to air it out again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side. Williams. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
56.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. 31-14, the final. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they trail the visiting Ravens in that one at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. 24-21, the final score. In our game, it was Dwayne Haskins with a strong first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10.
So here's Washington now to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on from the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
The Washington ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Still going. Still going. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Peterson gave a glimpse of his power that time, and then brought down at the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They run again with Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Operating from the gun. Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chase Young. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. He can't hang.
From the gun, Murray. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Peterson, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Again, Peterson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the 1st sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Able to find Harris, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Tackle made.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Dwayne Haskins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And they're on 24-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down, it's Drake. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
56 the mic, boys, 56.
On second and 12, Murray. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16. Flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Oh, he stays under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Operating from the gun, Haskins toward the pylon, caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Demetrius Harris. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Murray got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 30.
That completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray, he'll set up the screen to Drake. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
6-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, a season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ballgame. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You
get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
1st down, here's the run with Peterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Come to my work.
Now a run with Peterson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return for Erickson out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Murray trying again after the pick six. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
1st and 10.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is Gibson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 2nd down.
They're on the coverage.
Haskins going to try to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
so for Washington. It was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.